In recent months, Liverpool has faced a whirlwind of tough decisions and strategic dilemmas. Richard Hughes, the Reds' new sporting director, has taken on the colossal responsibility of resolving the contracts of three of the biggest names in world football. Van Dijk, Alexander-Arnold and Salah are not just key players on the pitch. They represent the heart and soul of the team, both on and off it. However, the contractual situation of these stars is far from simple and comfortable. After January 1st, all three were free to negotiate pre-contract agreements with other clubs, raising deep questions about Liverpool's immediate future. For some, this may sound like a nightmare. For others, especially within the boardroom, it is a necessary exercise in strategic management. The motto, "Plan for the best, prepare for the worst," has never been more relevant. After all, modern football is much more than just passion and tradition. It is also a game of numbers, smart investments, and data-driven decisions. And if there were ever a moment for this philosophy to be put to the test, it is now. The central issue here is not just emotional, but financial. Liverpool faces a complex puzzle. Is it worth renewing million-dollar contracts to keep these icons, or would it be wiser to start rebuilding the squad with younger and more affordable players? To understand this, we need to look at the variables involved. First, there is Salah, the Egyptian king who has already secured his place in the club's history. He has been the Premier League's top scorer in multiple consecutive seasons, and his presence in the attack is non-negotiable for many fans. However, at 31 years old, he is asking for a 3-year contract, while Liverpool prefers to limit commitments to 2 years to avoid future risks. Moreover, the salary he seeks will likely require significant sacrifices in other areas of the budget. Then comes Van Dijk, the Dutch colossus who leads the defence with a unique blend of physical strength and tactical intelligence. His importance goes beyond numbers, as he serves as the emotional pillar of the team. However, at 32, he also faces questions about his longevity at the highest level. Would he accept a pay cut, or would he prefer long-term guarantees at another club? Finally, there is Alexander-Arnold, the local prodigy who embodies the dream of any kid growing up supporting Liverpool. His talent is undeniable, but his ambitions may extend beyond Anfield's borders. Perhaps he sees new horizons, maybe even an adventure alongside Jude Bellingham at Real Madrid. After all, football careers are short, and no one wants to end theirs with regrets. All these variables create a monumental dilemma for Liverpool. Would it be better to spend fortunes to keep them or use those resources to attract young and promising talents? The answer is not simple, but it will undoubtedly shape the club's future for years to come. While dealing with these critical issues, Liverpool has decided to focus its energy on the summer transfer window. Georgi Mamardashvili, Federico Chiesa, and Rio Ngumoha were among the club's major bets. These names symbolise the club's attempt to rejuvenate the squad and make room for a new generation. Each of these players brings unique qualities that can fill gaps left by potential departures. Mamardashvili, the Georgian goalkeeper, known for his agility and quick reflexes, could become the guardian of the future. Chiesa, with his Italian experience and refined technical skills, adds versatility to both the midfield and attack. As for Ngumoha, the young English prodigy raises hopes that the club's next great star is already being developed internally. While these signings showcase strategic vision, they also reflect the need to prepare the ground in case departures occur. It's not just about replacing players, it's about rebuilding a collective identity capable of withstanding change. Losing players like Van Dijk, Salah, and Alexander-Arnold would be a devastating blow for Liverpool. This is not just about losing technical quality, it's about losing figures who transcend the role of professional athletes. They are natural leaders, symbols of perseverance, and an inspiration to millions of fans worldwide. On the pitch, their absence would be felt immediately. Van Dijk organises the defence with calm authority, Salah is the relentless engine of the attack, and Alexander-Arnold constantly redefines the role of a right-back with his vision and passing precision. Replacing these fundamental pillars would require not only finding suitable substitutes, but also completely redefining the team's tactical dynamics. Moreover, there is the emotional impact. How do you replace Van Dijk's silent leadership? How do you recover the magic that Salah has brought to Anfield Road in recent seasons? How do you convince the fans that the future can be as bright as the recent past? These questions have no easy answers, but they must be addressed if the club wants to avoid a complete collapse. This is where Arne Slot comes in, a coach whose name echoes as a promise of renewal. Known for his innovative approach and ability to develop young talents, Slot has the seemingly impossible task of rebuilding Liverpool without losing the essence that has made the club so special. He arrives at a crucial moment where the decisions made today will define the club's destiny tomorrow. Slot has a reputation for tactical adaptability and the courage to experiment with different playing systems. That is exactly what Liverpool needs right now. Without the traditional heavyweights, he will have the freedom to implement fresh ideas and create a style of play that is unique and modern. Imagine a Liverpool that does not rely solely on individual stars, but operates as a well-oiled machine, where every piece plays a vital role. His job will be to build connections between younger and more experienced players, creating a culture of mutual growth. He will need to inspire confidence in a group that may feel weakened by the departure of idols. And above all, he will need to restore the fans' faith that the future can still be bright. While the idea of losing 3 such important players is daunting, there is something intriguing about it. Liverpool has always been a club that thrives in the face of adversity. From rebuilding after the Heysel tragedy to rising under Jurgen Klopp, the club has repeatedly shown that it knows how to reinvent itself. If Van Dijk, Salah and Alexander-Arnold do leave, Liverpool will face an inevitable transition period. 2 or 3 seasons may be needed before the club competes for the biggest titles again. However, this phase of readjustment could also create incredible opportunities. Young players will have the chance to prove their worth. New heroes will emerge. And perhaps, who knows, Liverpool will discover a new way to dominate European football. The rebuilding process will not be easy, but it will be fascinating to watch. It will be a test of the board's strategic vision, Arne Slot's creativity, and the patience of the fans. Liverpool has always been more than just a football team. It is an institution that represents passion, resilience, and innovation. Even in times of uncertainty, these values remain intact. So we return to our initial question. What happens if Van Dijk,